Assalamualaikum. How are you all? Welcome back to our online class. Today is Friday, 26 March 2021. Okay, the lessons which we have to write our notes. Explanation is given by your first year teacher, but still we had to write our notes, right? Sudden lockdown, we could not write it, so I'm explaining it a little bit and giving the same questions of that lesson reproduction as homework. Fine. We are doing. Of female anopheles, female gametophyte and male gametophyte. Pollen grains. Take a slide and there is an experiment activity. Few drops of water on it. Now take any flower. Not only human beings but even flowers reproduce. Take any flower like hibiscus, marigold, etc. Tap the anther over the drop of the water. You can see small dots like structure of floating on water. When you see in the microscope, what happens? The pollen grains are easily observable. You can see it in which microscope? Compound microscope. You may also see a parameter slide of pollen grains. Okay. Observe it under the microscope. Now see the drawing of it. Pollen grain, pollen tube, nuclei. The diagram shows two nuclei. Do you think they may have formed? We assume the pollen grain may have started as a single cell stage. The pollen grains germinate only on stigma. What happens then? In order to find out the remaining process, we look forward for the structure of ovule, which is given here. An ovule, what is the shape? Is egg-shaped structure attached to the stalk. Okay, to the inner side of the ovary, depending upon the species of the plant involved. An ovary may have one, two, several, or even hundreds of ovules. At the center of each ovule, there is a microscopic embryo sac filled with water and food. See the diagram properly and draw it. Learn it. The embryo sac is composed of gametophytes. Majority of flowering plants have an embryo consisting of 7 cells and 8 nuclei. At first, what happens? Male gametophytes undergo series of 3 mitotic cell divisions to form 8 nucleate stage of embryo sac. Among these, one large central cell is present which has 2 nuclei called the polar nuclei. 3 cells move towards top end called antipodals. 3 cells are grouped at micropylar's end, of which 2 cells of this are synergids. Cells on the surface of the stigma secrete a nutrient fluid contains sugar and other substances. This will help the pollen grain to germinate. Then it forms a pollen tube. It bears 2 nuclei. Soon at the tip of the pollen tube, what happens? Enters the embryo sac. The end of the rope, it ruptures, breaks down, and releases 2 nuclei into the embryo sac. Of the 2 nuclei, what happens? It fuses with the egg to form a zygote. This is called the fertilization. By the time the egg cell has been fertilized, the 2 polar nuclei combine to form deposited in the embryo sac by the pollen tube, moves towards the center and unites with the fusion nucleus. The zygote will develop into an embryonic plant with the ovule. Union of fusion nucleus with the second male nucleus stimulates the formation of a new tissue, the endosperm. Understood, children? In which the food material are stored as a development. Union of one nucleus with the egg and second nucleus with the fusion nucleus is called double fertilization. As we said just now, there are 2 nucleus, right? One with the egg, it unites, the second nucleus unites with the fusion nucleus. As far as we know, double fertilization occurs only in flowering plants. There are 2 types in plants also, flowering and non-flowering plants. This double fertilization occurs only in flowering plants. After double fertilization, the ovule increases in size rapidly as a result of formation of endosperm tissue by mitosis, and the development of new embryo takes place. The embryo consists of one or more cotyledon The cotyledon develops by utilization of food stored in the endosperm. The cotyledons of some flowering plants, such as beans for example, digest, absorb and thus store the food from the endosperm. As the ovule is maturing into the seed, slowly it becomes a seed of a flower, isn't it? As a consequence, the cotyledon becomes greatly enlarged because of the stored food and endosperm disappears more or less completely. Many other flowering plants, such as corn, the endosperm tissue continues to grow as the ovule matures into a seed. After fertilization, the zygote divides several times to form an embryo within the ovule. The ovule develops a tough coat and is generally converted into a seed. The ovary grows rapidly and ripens to form the fruit. Meanwhile, what happens? The other floral parts may shrivel and fall off. Germination seed properly, children. Seed beans. Cotyledon is outside, plumule is inside, radicle is the tip of the plumule. Seed germination. Soak few groundnuts or Bengal gram chana dal overnight. What do you see? Drain, throw off the excess water, extra water, and cover the seeds with a wet cloth. Leave them for a day. Sprinkle water just a little bit at regular intervals so that they do not dry up. Open the seeds carefully and observe the plants. Observe with the figure 23 and identify the parts of the plant. See the life. Okay, the mature plant pollination takes place, fertilization. The pollens are coming out. See the diagram from the flower tip of it. Then it becomes zygote, then embryo, then simple fruit, seed. Then takes place the germination, then the seedling, okay, and then the mature plant, the last part. Example for our homework today, we'll say take the same what I have explained you just now, which is the continuation of the lesson which we were doing in the class of question answers which we have started. We couldn't complete, so you can write these question answers in your same classwork. The same topic is there. Okay. First question, explain and draw neatly the life cycle of flowering plants. Second one, draw and write briefly about female gametophytes. Is it clear, children? Got it? Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. See you in next class.